Psychoanalysis is not giving the results because of the inadequacies that Reich realized, because of the character issues. And the character issues that is not only on the psychological realm, but it penetrates into physical and muscular realm and becomes anchored there. So the analysis is not able to progress. Of course, in some patients they are, but in many they are, it can't. Now, Reich developed two theories, the theories of orgasm and theory of armoring. And the theory of orgasm was based on Reich's observation that when his patients were able to achieve orgasm, they got improved, and the improvement was long-lasting as far as that ability persisted. The theory of orgasm is a rich theory, and it includes several concepts in it. The concept of sex economy that discusses the energy distribution and surplus of energy, which happens because of hindrance of orgastic function. And it talks about stagnation of the energy that causes unpleasure and anxiety and causes all types of biopathies and psychiatric illnesses as well. The orgasm theory also discusses pulsatory nature of the living organism, constant movement of living organism by contraction, expansion, and convulsion, and its translation into psychological realm that oscillates between pleasure and unpleasure. It also talks about self-regulation, and it explains the 4-bit formula of life: mechanical tension, charge, discharge, and mechanical relaxation. Now, reason for orgastic disturbance, the major reason of it is armoring, which causes restriction and blockage of the movement of energy in the body, which brings us to the second theory of Reich, which developed parallel, as I said, with the first theory of orgasm. In the theory of armoring, Reich discovered that the armored organism becomes disturbed in sexual functioning. Armor in ergonomy is defined as a total defensive apparatus of organism consisting of rigidities of character and chronic spasm of musculature. It comprises two counterparts: character armor, the way the person shows itself to the world outside, and also the muscular or physical armor. These two are inseparable from each other. One is in the realm of psychology, the other in the realm of physical structure or the somatic structure. They have a functional work of defense against the breakthrough of emotions, primarily rage and sexual excitation. Character armor and muscular armor are counterpart of each other and are functionally identical with each other. Armor develops as a result of chronic character and muscular rigidities and contractions, which happens in the organism in the process of clash between instinctual forces and social and environmental inhibitions. Chronic struggle of a child in preventing the expression of instinctual impulses and primary drives leads to permanent muscular and physical changes and establishes the permanent characterological features which also correspond with physical and muscular contractions. This is different from, this should be chronic. In other words, every organism becomes, sometimes have to control his rage or some sexual impulses. But that does not become armor. It only becomes armor when it is chronic and continues for a time that the organism is not able to get rid of it. In other words, when armor establishes itself, then the patient is not able to behave differently. It's different from when it is not established and the contraction is temporary and the client is able to behave differently, or patient is able to behave differently in different times. Armoring hence prevents orderly and natural flow of energy in the body, and it interferes with orgasm reflex. It causes stagnation of biological sexual energy or life energy. Rach called it organ energy. The armor becomes the basis of wide range of biopathies and pathologies in the body and in the psychological realm, and most dangerously, it causes emotional plague. So armor becomes the basis of many pathological manifestations, different physical biopathies as well as psychiatric biopathies. And from my point of view, the most dangerous one is emotional plague. Rach called emotional plague when the primary drives are distorted by the armor and manifest itself in a harmful and sadistic and destructive way to others. So he called it emotional plague. From ergonomic point of view, now what we call health from ergonomic point of view, when we say health or sickness, our measure is if the patient is able to have a flow of energy that is not is unimpeded, is not disturbed, is orderly flow of energy. From ergonomic point of view, health or sickness in an organism is judged by the ability of organism to have orderly flow of energy, unimpeded way. Now, the theory of armoring also includes in it, is a rich theory and includes in it several concepts. The unity of psyche and soma is one thing. How they are counterpart of each other, and how pathologies can manifest itself in the psyche or in the soma, and how they are related with each other in depth. This is specific to ergonomy, and present-day psychiatry and psychology does not have this understanding, this type of theoretical understanding. If you open any psychiatric book or any book about medicine book that talks about psychosomatic disorder, usually the psychiatrist who has written that chapter, when they start, they say that psychosomatic disorders are, they talk about unity of psyche and soma and all these things, but when you go a little bit lower on the paragraphs, you will see that the guy is unable to relate them to each other, and then again becomes dualistic, talks as if the psyche is there and soma is there, and two different things. Why? Because they don't have the model that in Rachian theory, in ergonomic theory we have, which goes like this, you know, that is a core, and then the psyche and soma that are counterpart of each other. In depth they are same. That's why psychiatrists are perplexed in treating psychosomatic disorders, as well as physicians are perplexed in it, and they don't have any theory.